I guess the good news is we managed to get back here to the Sorrows without getting jumped. No white legs tried to shoot us, no bears tried to eat my face, no killer bees swarmed me. Which is good, and I'm not complaining. Waking Cloud, you're getting in the shot. I'm not complaining about that. But it does mean that we haven't had a chance to try out the compliance regulator. Which is bad. Because I kind of wanted to try this out. I wanted to try it before I went into battle. Because, let's be honest, we're siding with Joshua. Oh. Okay. There's a bee right there. I wasn't anticipating that, so...
I wish you could have met my family.
Yeah, let's,
You would like them, I think.
Let's walk this way, shall we? Okay, so there's a bee right there. I don't know how it didn't see us. We just walked past it. And I'm just crazy enough that I'm considering testing it out. Because my original plan was, we're gonna go talk to the shaman, take some drugs, kill a bear, see how this thing performs. But if there's a bee right here, what am I saying? I'm considering shooting a Castador. This is not a good plan. This is not good for my health. I should not be thinking about this. Oh. Okay, it sees us, it sees us, it sees us, it sees us. But that's alright. Because this thing works. So we don't need to worry about you charging us. Because we can just push you on the ground. Yeah, that works. Then he pulled this out. That stun was not nearly long enough for me to be comfortable with it, but hey, we have a new strategy. If we see a Castador or anything else, we whip out the compliance regulator, bring it to the ground, and then hose it down. Yeah, this works. I'm probably still gonna go take drugs and kill a bear. Which is stupid. I know, you don't have to say it. It's a bad idea. I should just go talk to Daniel and say, hey, we got the things. The things are ready. We can go and, well, frankly, we're going to go help Joshua kill the white legs because screw you, Daniel. We'll get into that later on, but yes, I'm still going to go take drugs. It's a bad idea. It's a bad plan, but I don't want to leave Zion Canyon without having done everything I can. Which I know is quite the opposite of my state position, you know, Ari, get me out of here as fast as possible. But, yeah, I want to do everything I can. I want to talk to Daniel about your family. I want to kill a bear. And that's it. There's no other quest that I could possibly do involving Follows Chalk and, you know, his desire to know whether he should stay at home or explore civilization. Because he's a bit of a tit, and I hate him. And there's no reason for me to possibly give a crap about him. It's like, if there were a quest about, you know, does he want to go to civilization or should he stay here? It wouldn't be me thinking about, oh, what's best for him? Like, what does he possibly desire? It'd be me thinking, how can I possibly get him to die more quickly? Will he die more quickly staying here and get eaten by Castadors or by Yaoguai? Or will he get killed faster by going into the Mojave and getting eaten by a Deathclaw? Because, again, he's a moron, and I hate him, and he's annoying.
Daniel says that most people outside the valley do not keep to the Father's ways. Perhaps when you leave, you will carry his word with you.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's a well-timed voice bark. Oh, I hate this guy. You don't keep to the Father's way. No! No, you could say that I don't. I really don't. Oh, no. Oh, no.
These roots make sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave, find ghost of she, lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
Oh. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. You know, I was going to ask questions about kill a bear. I thought you said kill a ghost. I thought we were. Oh. Okay, I'd forgotten this. I'd forgotten how horrible the visual effect is on this. Oh. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. Can't. Okay, we're going to walk very slowly and not turn quickly because that makes things worse. Okay, you know how I said this was a bad idea? This was a bad idea and I instantly regret it. It's like, this wouldn't be so bad if it weren't also for the motion blur. Oh, that's terrible. No, thank you. No, thank you. I can't even see anything in the distance. It's like I'm reliant on movement right now, and the fact that every time I turn, everything twitches and blurs and jitters, it means I can't actually see anything. So it's like there might be geckos over there might be castors over there. I don't know, because I can't see a thing. See? There's a Yaogwai. So we just pull this out. And it's a melee enemy, which means it's crippled, which means it can't get at us. And we just empty the submachine. Oh, hi. How are you doing today? Are there more of you? I don't see. Oh, where? Oh. Okay. Okay, yes, I like this gun. This is a good gun. This is a very good gun. Unlike this visual effect, which okay, this is me stepping out of character. I hate this visual effect. Like, this is me, the YouTuber, saying, this visual effect is making me nauseous. It's like, I'd forgotten just how bad this is. Okay, let's get this done as quickly as possible. Waking Cloud, shut up about salt upon wounds, will you? See? This gun! This is a good thing! I like this gun! This is a good gun. It's like, it weighs what? Like, 3 pounds? Yeah, 3 pounds, and it's just a nice thing to have tucked away in your pocket so that if things do go to hell and you have a strong melee enemy, like, say, a Yaogwai or a Cassador or a Gecko, you just whip it out. They're crippled. And then bang. Yeah, this works. So according to the map, the ghost den should be, well, how's that for a name? Just the ghost den. It should be just around this corner here, around this lump of rock. So we'll just keep the compliance regulator out. And, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. I could barely see the plants because they were just oh, shoot. Don't stand in front of this guy with a submachine gun. Don't do that. Okay. Question. Can we paralyze these? Answer, maybe? We're not gonna think about that. We're just going to quickly vaporize them. And problem solved. And you know what? I don't think I've been here before. Vault 22 Dwellers Guard Camp. Okay, so that's confirmation. The people who came to Zion Canyon and were killed by, what's his face? Randall Clark, I think his name was? Okay. Look down. Sit down, just don't look at the visual effect, just don't look at the screen. They were from Vault 22. The coffers who killed, like, the Mexicans, I think they were. Those were from Vault 22. The people who became the Sorrows. Hyper-frequency emitter implant. I don't know what that is. Is there a note here? Something to explain why they were here? Okay. Here's a new plan. We're going to go kill the ghost. go back to the shaman and get rid of this visual effect because, ugh, I can't loot like this. I can't look around. I can't pay attention to details. Kill the ghost. Get this done. Go home. Yeah. This is working. You're slow, and now you're paralyzed, and now you're dead.
But perhaps you might find peace if you stayed. Think about it. Yes?
Waking Cloud, I am high off my butt. Killing bears with a submachine gun, I don't think I'm going to find peace here. We're killing a bear, right? Yeah, why? Do we know why? What does it look like? Is it just like a bear that's bigger than normal?
So, this is the ghost of She's lair. I was never brave enough to try to find it.
Okay. That tells me nothing. You said that, oh, you were scared. What is the ghost of She? Oh. Okay. No, it's a bear. A bear which is... Ow, it's on fire. There's a wall. There's a wall. Why is the You know what? I'm not gonna question this. I should probably question this. I should probably question this. Why are there bears? Why are there 3 of them? Why are they on fire? Hey, Waking Cloud. You know how you were saying about finding peace? I don't think I'm gonna find it here.
I wish you could have met my family. You would like them, I think.
Okay, we'll get to your family in a minute. I just need to get this stupid effect taken off me. I've drunk your tea. I've killed your stupid ghost.
Does ghost of She like quiet and grave?
Oh, was I supposed to bury her? No, I just killed her and left her dead.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to Courier trader. Either way, says much about you.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Waking Cloud, I can see! I can see! I can see clearly and plainly. I can move around without motion blur. Oh, this is great. I never thought I'd appreciate so much the ability to just turn around without getting sick. Okay. So, first things first. Let's find Joshua Graham. Let's sell him some stuff so we're not over encumbered. Let's buy some more ammo for the submachine gun. And then we'll talk to Daniel and finish this. Now then, that just leaves one more thing to do before we go tell Daniel we're ready to... Well, we're gonna sign with Joshua on this. And stepping out of character, there's a number of reasons for that. First is that, well, Joshua's way is a lot easier. You see, if we side with Daniel, we need to run down here and take care of a burial ground. We need to run down here and take care of some other people. We need to go down here and get food for them or something like that. And then we need to run over here to this tunnel and tell them, okay, now we can run away. Versus Joshua's plan, where we just run down to 3 Marys, kill the crap out of the Whitelegs, and we're done. And I mean, there is another reason in character. We'll get to that with Daniel. But first, you have a family to look for, don't ya? I'm here because Waking Cloud says you were involved with their family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
Oh, yeah, she said that you helped her with one of her births. That's not the main thing, but she did say that.
Oh, well, that's true. Waking Cloud is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her 3rd child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Yeah, but she also said that you helped the rest of her family leave Zion, right?
I did.
and she said that you were acting really suspicious. And, you know, I kind of see where she's coming from.
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with New Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
Yeah, see, this right here, this is why I hate Daniel. It's because he doesn't see them as equals. He doesn't see them as people who can think and reason and do things, or he doesn't trust them. It's like, you don't think they have a right to know, you know, as equals to you?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
Who are you to decide that you shouldn't? It's like, her husband is dead because of you. You're supposed to lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next New Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
Oh, don't worry. I will. Oh yeah, Zion can't become the next New Canaan. See, that's what's wrong with Daniel. He doesn't see these people as equals. He doesn't see them as people who can reason. He doesn't see them as people he can trust to do what's right. He thinks he needs to do things for them. He needs to keep things secret. Because, again, Zion can't become the next New Canaan. He's traumatized, and it influences everything he does. So you heard the man. He killed your husband. He might not have held the knife, but he got him killed.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
Obviously not. Yeah, he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
Yep, sounds about right. Yeah, and maybe he did have a good reason for it. Maybe he thought it would have... Maybe he thought that if you weren't at your best, the tribe would suffer. But that's not his call to make. It's like, it's not his job to decide for you. It was arrogant and cruel, and not the action of a friend. It was the action of, oh well, let's be honest, a patriarchal douchebag.
Arrogant. Yes. I thought Daniel respected me, saw the Sorrows as his equals. But he manipulates us for his own ends.
Yeah, what could possibly persuade you that Daniel thinks of you as an equal? What could possibly make you think that he's going to, yes, just trust you to do... It's like his entire shtick is, I must protect these poor, innocent tribals and keep them from seeing the evils of the world. And, you know, on a side note, I can't just whip out a gun and shoot him, because then Joshua Graham turns around and shoots me. And even if he doesn't, it makes things really hard for me to get back to the Mojave, which is my main goal. But, you know, if you were to do it, that's just an internal affair, right? I mean, that's a decision amongst equals. It's a murder amongst equals, but it is a decision amongst equals. So, what you gonna do about it?
About Daniel? I don't yet know. But I am a woman of the Sorrows, and I will have restitution for my husband.
Yes! Yes! Okay, I'll admit, I'm absurdly pleased with the state of affairs, because I'm nasty and petty, and Daniel's a bit of a douchebag. And he's not going to be thrilled about what I have to say next. You see, he thinks, again, because he is a patriarchal douchebag, that he needs to protect the Sorrows, he needs to keep them innocent, and the only way to do that, to avoid this becoming a repeat of what he experienced in New Canaan, is to drive them out. To do the White Leg's work for them. And I don't think that's a good option. Hang on a sec, have I been in this cave before? Yes, I know I'm getting distracted, but... Okay, we're gonna quickly explore this because, you know, why not? Yeah, it looks like it, okay, it's just a cave I hadn't seen with not a lot in here. Oh man. Okay, thanks. Thanks. I was curious. Curiosity satisfied. Let's go back to Daniel. As I was saying, before I so rudely interrupted myself, Daniel doesn't see the Sorrows as equals. He sees them as savages, people who need to be guided, people who must have their innocence preserved because he, as a settler and as a colonial, knows... No, okay, let's not go into that kind of rhetoric, but it kind of applies. He doesn't view them as people. Or if he views them as people, he views them as, like, children. Despite the fact that they're grown adults and have lived here longer than he has. And so he says, okay, you need to live by my code because I came here and I'm smarter than you. And I hate him. It's like, stepping out of character, this is... I think I've done Daniel's ending once. It's what I consider to be the bad ending for Honest Hearts. Nobody's happy, Daniel's not happy, Joshua's not happy. Nobody really likes this ending. I think it's better for people to learn to defend themselves than to run away. I think it's better that we give the option to the Sorrows and the Dead Horses to do whatever they want. I think it's better that Zion is preserved. And I think, if I'm being frank, the Survivalists would have wanted it that way. It's like, what was his last thing he said to them? Be kind to each other and modest. Never hurt each other, but if someone else comes along and tries to hurt them, strike back with righteous anger. That's directly from the father of the caves to the Sorrows. You know, the people, the person who taught them, the person who gave them their name.
How can I help you?
Well, I got everything in the valley and got you a map of the Grand Staircase, and we're good to evacuate.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again, there's more at stake.
Oh, yeah, see, of course, I'm an outsider. I, too, am a child. I couldn't be expected to understand all the intricacies of I'm traumatized and I don't want to see people hurt, and I feel that if people fight, they're gonna get hurt, and that's my fault, and of course, I have guilt and trauma. Yeah, sorry about that. I've made a decision. We should fight the Whitelegs. Imagine that!
No. Why? Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the Dead Horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. And you have the right to pull them off their land? To decide for them that they should run? To say, oh no, you can't learn how to handle guns or clubs or whatever? Yeah! Guess what, Daniel? The world is more than you and your guilt.
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
Oh yeah, sure. Oh no, people are gonna be so terrible. It's gonna be so terrible that they're gonna learn how to fight, how to defend themselves. Oh no, I'm doing this entirely for the land. I'm doing it entirely for the valley. You sanctimonious, self-righteous hypocrite. It's like, are you afraid that if I tell them what to do, I'll be muscling in on your turf? Are you afraid that oh no, I can't tell them what to do. Only Daniel can do that. Only Daniel could tell them to give up everything they own to prevent them from, from learning a thing that you don't want them to learn. How dare you? And with that, we level up. 15 skill points to play with, level 30. I think we're going to sink those all into guns. Yes, that's what we learned on our vacation. We learned how to survive. We learned how to use guns. Those are all good things to learn. And we get a perk. What comes available at level 30? This perk will increase all your special stats by 1. Well, I already have gifted, so that's an extra... that's an extra 14 special on top of what we already have. Oh, that's super good. And I think it's actually maybe a bit too good. It's like, I think that an extra 14 special points on top of what we already have is maybe a little bit too much. Steel behind suits, we can turn pre-war suits into power armor. Well, that fits Gabriel. It's like, yeah, walking around in a nice, suave, sophisticated sweater vest. Well, not in the Mojave, heck no, we're not wearing a sweater there. But the fact that I can wear a suit and look good and be charismatic, that strikes me as being really good. But you know what? I think there's something even better. A perk that maybe a few of you haven't seen, because it does require, I think, 90 barter. And that's Pack Rat. Okay, excuse me, barter 70. You've learned the value of careful packing. Items with a weight of 2 or less weigh half as much for you. And you know what weighs 2 or less? Basically every bit of ammo, most of the food, all of the water, which means that effectively I'm almost doubling my carry capacity for all those small items. As an effective pack rat, look at that. I was at like 800 pounds. That saved me 300 pounds worth of carry weight. Because that's affecting the C4, that's affecting the ammo, the grenades, the food. It's such a good perk, and basically nobody takes it because barter in this game is kind of useless. It's like, it's not useless, but you're always going to have more money than you know what to do with. But just like that, I can carry a whole bunch more crap, which means more weapons, which means more ammo, which means I'm more effective. And let's be honest, it's a perk of a merchant. You want to be able to squirrel away a lot more stuff on the way to where you're going.
You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Saros hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whiteleg's leader, salt upon wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
And again, let's be frank, I don't care about the Whitelegs or the Dead Horses or the Saros. It's not my job, I just want to go home. And this is the simplest and easiest way to do it, and also you are holding your gun the wrong way. What's wrong with you? Use the gun. You know, that's the way. Finger on trigger. Or, trigger discipline, whatever. But yeah, this is just one long slog of going to 3 Marys and killing Whitelegs, so we're probably going to skip forward a bit.
Yes.
What the heck was that, Daniel? Yes. It's like, oh no. Actually, can I tell you to use your gun?
Fine. If that's your style, I can adapt.
There we go, see? And for what it's worth, Daniel's not entirely wrong. It's like, you go through this whole segment, and you kind of get the feeling that if Joshua really wanted to, he could probably storm the camp by himself. And that even if he couldn't, he and the Dead Horses certainly could. That, all through this, the Whitelegs are really kind of out of their depth. It's like, they're not really a threat to the the Dead Horses or the Saros. Especially with Joshua Graham backing them up. It's just kind of, it is a slaughter. You're not needed, and you see people getting executed. It's just, it's kind of a cakewalk, really. Like, if you look at them, that's 3 guys armed with melee weapons versus, tribals with 45s. It's just, yeah, there are people among them who have sniper rifles and who have, submachine guns, but it's just, kind of pathetic, really. Yep, the Dead Horses and the Saros swarm in, taking care of everyone. Like, yeah, I'm here and I'm helping. Well, they don't really need me. Oh boy. Well, that's inconvenient.
This is taking too long. We can't let Saltopon wounds escape. I'm going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
And just like that, Joshua Graham walks away. Yeah, we aren't needed, and neither are the dead horses. Okay, point made. Yes, bear traps in the water do work. Okay, yep, see, not needed. Dead horses just executing prisoners in cold blood. Yep, more prisoners being executed. Because again, maybe Daniel was right. Maybe the sorrows weren't needed. And I still stand by what I said. It's better for them to learn how to do this.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out. And like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Outman. Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop.
Yeah, why would I do that? It's like, you came here, you invaded this land, tried to kill these people, and they defended themselves? And oh no, you need me to stop them? Yeah, I don't think so. And can I just say, I love your headdress. It's like it's made of shotgun shells. How cool is that? Yeah, we are gonna kill you, but not like this. Stand up and defend yourself so I can gun you down myself.
You can no ni kumpa me. They are you.
We just grab out our submachine gun and gun you down. Oh, don't shoot the dead horses. Don't shoot the dead horses. Are they about to kill? I hope they don't just kill Joshua Graham and make a fool of me. There we go, there we go.
It's the same end he would have met if he had died on his knees. But I suppose this was for the sake of the dead horses and sorrows. Still, thanks to your help and the grace of God, the Whitelegs won't be troubling Zion anymore. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon enough, and there is much to do.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The Courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Despite their defeat at Three Marys and the death of their war chief, the Whitelegs were determined to pursue the other New Canaanites. But when they finally tracked down their prey in Colorado, they discovered the tables had been turned. The Whitelegs who survived the New Canaanites' ambushes were hunted down by dead horses before they could reach the safety of the Great Salt Lake. When word of the Whitelegs' diminished numbers reached the 80s tribe, war was declared, and by year's end, the Whitelegs had been wiped out.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the dead horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. When the Courier and Joshua Graham felled Saltopon wounds, their victory was celebrated with a great feast. The Sorrows' transformation from a peaceful, timid tribe into a proud and warlike people broke Daniel's heart. He tried to take solace in the knowledge that they would remain in Zion, but it was a small comfort. The Sorrows' innocence was lost.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs and Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the new Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and Dead Horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the new Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
Though the Courier had stopped Joshua Graham from executing salt-upon wounds, the war chief still fell in battle. The Whitelegs defeated at Three Marys. Joshua led the Sorrows and Dead Horses in tending to their comrades and burning the corpses of their foes. He continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan and showed little quarter to those he fought. And yet he was changed. He no longer reveled in the brutality and cruelty for which he had been known in his former life. His inner demons, if not extinguished, were at the least appeased.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family and Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the Courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
And just like that, we're dropped at the way home. You know, about 20 feet from where we started. No one here to see us off. No one here to say, oh, thanks for all your help. Just a box of loot. And we'll go over that, you know. We get Daniel stuff, Joshua stuff, a new gun, and the scriptures of the new Canaanites. I guess they couldn't bother to show up themselves, but I guess that's fitting. Here's your loot, here's your map, get the heck out, we don't want to see you again. And you know what? Fine. I don't care. I'm just gonna go home, and I'm gonna pet my robot. See ya.